we're seeing just the move of God amongst Gen Z, where there's just this return to the Lord. There's students that are coming from youth group, going off to college, deconstructing their faith, de-churching. There is this element of retreat, but I think a lot of it is that these ones that grew up in the church, they grew up in youth group doing VBS, they're going off to college for the first time, they're out of their parents' home, they're asking the questions of, why do I believe what I believe? But at the same time, while this is happening, like there is a hunger that we're seeing in Gen Z that's just so unique. There's an openness to talk about spiritual things. It's not this, there's a receptivity, there isn't this closed-heartedness. We're seeing both the de-church movement and the movement towards being unaffiliated with the church, growing up in the church but unaffiliated. But then we're seeing, curious exploration and just the seeking and the wondering, in many different fronts, including the Bible. And then we're seeing these movements where students are re-engaging. Just even over the past year and a half, since Asbury, we've seen just these large, like stadium, basketball arena gatherings, the gospel's being preached, hundreds, if not thousands, are responding to the gospels, getting baptized, re-baptized. And so I think we're seeing it all right now. But I think the most profound thing is there is much need, because there is so much openness. The question is, who is there to engage with them? Who is praying for these ones that are asking these very big questions, and they're mostly listening to online voices. And there are great voices online, but it's not the same as having a human friend, human leader who can wrestle with them over why is Jesus Lord and why is Bible truth. And so I think, the church needs to pray. I think more than anything else, we have to pray for these students. We have to pray for Gen Z, because the enemy desires that in their questions that they're led away from truth. And the church needs to be one that are fighting for their hearts and fighting for their minds, and really believing the Lord that just as they're asking the questions, they're finding Jesus. And then I think too, the church needs to be available. The church, as these young ones are exploring, that they will come to church. And the question is, does anyone see them? Is anyone reaching them? Is anyone making a point and say, hey, I'd love to sit down with you. Come and have coffee with me. Come into my house. Let's talk about these questions, And so oftentimes these young people just need to sit with someone older to help them process through their questions that really are not hard questions. It's just real to them. And does anyone see them? Is anyone reaching out and engaging with them?